Welcome dear friends. In this video we will solve MCQs of CSS Constitutional Law paper of the year 2024. So let's start. Question is, which theory of constitutional interpretation emphasizes interpreting the constitution according to the original intent of its framers? Originalism. What constitutional concept ensures that government actions are constrained by established laws and procedures? Rule of law. What constitutional concept suggests that the fundamental rights of citizens are not absolute and can be subject to reasonable restrictions in the interest of public welfare? Proportionality. In which country does the head of state hold significant executive power, unlike the largely symbolic monarchs of the United Kingdom? Russia. Which country's constitution grants broad powers to the legislature with limited judicial review to strike down laws? China. In cohabitation scenario in France, which of the following statements correctly describes the relationship between the president and the prime minister? The president controls foreign policy and defense, while the prime minister governs domestic affairs. Which country's constitution grants extensive powers to the judiciary, including the ability to issue advisory opinions and influence policy making? United States of America. Which organ of the Turkish government is responsible for interpreting the constitution? Constitutional Court. Which organ of the Turkish government has the authority to enact laws on matters related to the organization and duties of armed forces? Grand National Assembly. What is the role of the French Council of State, Conseil d'État, in the legal system? Administrative justice. What is the name of the bicameral parliament in France, consisting of the National Assembly and the Senate? Le Parlement. What is the minimum percentage of votes required in the National People's Congress to pass a constitutional amendment? 2/3 majority. According to the 1962 Constitution of Pakistan, what was the consequence for the movers of a failed resolution for the removal of the president from office through impeachment? None in the given option is correct. They would lose their seats in the National Assembly. Which amendment in the 1973 Constitution of Pakistan empowered a check on floor crossing of legislators? Article 14th. Under the Government of India Act 1935, how was the federal legislature structured? Bicameral with a federal assembly and council of states. How did the Government of India Act 1935 address the representation of labor interest in the legislative process? Provided for the representation of the labor in the provincial legislatures. What constitutional doctrine in the UK is associated with the principle that what the Crown has done, the Crown can undo? Royal prerogative. According to the French Constitution, what mechanism allows the President to submit certain policy matters to a national referendum? Article 11. What is the primary role of the Senate in the French bicameral system? All the given options are correct, and these are scrutinizing government bills, conducting impeachment proceedings, and ratifying international treaties. How are judges appointed and removed in Turkey? Judges are appointed by the Supreme Board of Judges and Prosecutors, and removal requires a disciplinary process overseen by the Constitutional Court. Thank you for watching this video. Stay blessed.